So really, am I cheating by using my lift to change the oils and the maintenance on my tractor? Well, I think I'll go with it. Hi, all you rural adventurers out there. Today we're going to be doing some maintenance on the tractor. I've got oil changes to do. I'm going to change the hydraulic fluids, the filters, the oil filter, the fuel filters. Front axle oil needs to be changed also. But before I could put the tractor on the lift, I had to move my 75 Corvette off of there because I usually store it on the lift. First thing we're going to do is, of course, drain the oil. Takes a 19 millimeter wrench here, and the tricky part about these Kubotas is they usually have two drain plugs, one on each side of the oil pan, and you got to make sure you drain them both out, otherwise you'll leave some oil in there. This always gets messy. Always have plenty of rags, ways to catch the oil. Fortunately, I bought this oil drain pan that works really well. We'll drain the one side and then we'll go to the other. Always make sure that you have the copper washer in place when you reinstall the drain plug. Otherwise you'll get leakage. You don't want that. Just give it a good little snug. Doesn't have to be too tight. Getting tight right there. Move our oil pan to the other side. Oil catch pan anyway. And give it a good loosening. And as you'll see, we'll get, maybe half a gallon of oil out of this side also. And they do this design because the drive shaft for the four-wheel drive runs between the oil pan. So while the oil's draining and we're under here, I wanted to show you that this knuckle on the four-wheel drive has been leaking. It started leaking at the start of the season. So I put some of this AT205 reseal, which I learned about online from Scotty Kilmer. Anyway, I put it in there and it seems to have slowed that leak down, if not stopped it. For how long that works, we will find out. Taking the filter off now with the Kubota wrench that I got. Actually fits the filters. Pretty easy to do, but it's messy. So I've got the drain pan underneath it. Now that we've got the oil drained out of the filter, we want to clean this face off here so we get a good, nice seal with the fresh filter. Put a fresh film of clean oil on the gasket of the filter. Spin it on. It's real nice that this is real handy to get to. Starting to hand tight, so we want to go just snug it up. Don't get overly tight with it. About there. Put the new oil in, we have to open the hood, which is a fairly simple endeavor. We have to pull this guard out a little bit, so it gives us room to do that. Pull this little lever down below and it's on struts, so it just picks up. We should be about there with the oil the cap back on, start it up, and see what the level is when the filter gets full. Before we start it up, I'll check the level here with the dipstick. Make sure that I have plenty. I know I do, but it's always good to double check when you're talking about your engine. We'll fire it up and check it out. Check for leaks. Make sure there are none. Good here, good there. Clean it up, wipe it down. We're changing the fuel filter and the water separator filter also. Although we don't really have a lot of issues with water in the fuel here. As you can see, the ring hasn't been changed in 400 hours, and the ring's not even floating. When that starts to float, that means you have water in your fuel. So I have to take this bracket loose to get enough play for that filter to come out. It's hitting on a hose underneath. Now I can get that filter out of there. So after putting a thin film of oil on the gasket of this also, get it started on this bracket. Put our bolts back into the bracket. Okay, now we'll tighten, got the bracket tightened up. Now we'll tighten the filter back up, the new filter. Now it's time to change the water separator filter. This is usually a little stiff right here. We'll put some pliers on it. Loosen it up. Got a rag underneath because it'll make a mess also. Here's the water separator filter. It just pulls off. It's probably not too bad. I could probably blow it out. But I bought a new one, so I'm going to use a new one. Sometimes they get a little rusty, so it's always good to replace them. So here's the new filter. Looks much better than the old one. Just slides up in there like that. So now I've installed my new $7 O-ring. Can you believe that? $7 for that. And I probably didn't need to replace it, but it's just like the water separator filter. It's just a good idea. I don't like leaks. Simple deal there. Align it so you can see. Tighten it up. Give it just a little bit extra. So it'll seal. Good deal. Now we'll open our valve again. This allows it to purge. And we also need to open another valve over here on the fuel filter. Little 10mm wrench here. That'll allow the filter to fill up and the bowl. So we'll just turn the key on, let that cycle till it fills up. This bowl is filling up. There it is. It's coming out. Well, it's running again. I had to purge that fuel quite a bit. Of course, made a big mess. I expected anyway, back in business, clean filters, ready to roll on the engine side. That needs to be done is to change the air filter out. I have a new one. I usually just blow them out for a long time, but it's been a while since I've changed it, so I am going to go ahead and put a new one in. So here's the old filter out. It's pretty dirty. I've cleaned it a lot, but I'm going to put the new one in. Shiny new air filter. This has an inner filter also, which they don't get very dirty very often unless you're neglecting your outer filter. But I'll put that in and put the cap back on it. Well, here's the tractor all put back together. All the fluids are changed, all the maintenance done. It's important to keep the maintenance up on these tractors and equipment. Otherwise, it's going to cost you money in the long run. But anyway, sorry I didn't show you the hydraulic oil change and the filter change. I got sidetracked, had some company. Always look up, always aim up. Thanks for watching.